If we get a scenario where there is peace, Russia and Ukraine, and gradually, backed by Trump, Russia's allowed to become part of commodity world again, what are the kind of smart things to look at?
Yeah, that's a good question. So the popular view is energy markets will collapse because you get this flood of coal, oil and gas. So pre-war, Russia was the source of 10 to 15% of all of those three commodities. And so production would be cranked up because they're connected back into the world and we'd be overwhelmed with it. Not true. In actual fact, the supply rate of Russian coal, oil and gas to the world hasn't really changed a great deal. In fact, for coal and oil, it lifted and went into their dark fleets. Gas is probably the only one that was truly constrained because the infrastructure pipeline into Europe couldn't be switched physically anywhere else, and they couldn't really crank up their LNG capacity. So maybe we'll see a resurgence there, but the EU is quite determined to shut down pipeline forever. They're talking among themselves and they're trying to terminate it forever in 2027. So maybe the lack of Russian gas will keep gas prices across the world through the LNG trade higher for longer. Okay. So that's the one we're probably thinking will be the bull case. All the metals trades, copper, PGMs, they've constantly been delivered into, and aluminium, sorry, they've been constantly delivered into the world ever since the war started. It's never really been effectively shut down. So I don't think that's going to change much either. So the answer to your question is not a big change, perhaps a little bit of bullishness around gas. Yeah.